Hello everybody and welcome back. This is Carmen with Elemental Designs, and we are here for the final installment, the final part of the sped up process for the exploding envelope album. Yes, that's how it is, exploding envelope album. So hopefully you guys have been through the other processes and you've enjoyed it. Hopefully you've been a part of the live stream. Super duper if you have. On this final installment, what we're going to be doing are the final things that I need to in order to complete this. The first thing I'm going to do is get rid of that gold, you guys, and I'm going to use some of that glitter ribbon that I purchased at Dollar Tree, and I'm going to cover those up. If you want to get the full vibe and hear the full instruction as I go through it, then by all means definitely check out that live stream where I pretty much break everything down. If you haven't seen part 1 and 2 and you would like to create something like this, then by all means go and check it out. I pretty much give you full instruction on how I do everything step by step. This is just a speed through of overall what the project was and just more or less showing you guys how I got it all done, but the actual profound instructions are going to be found at the live streams. I will link those in the description down below, as well as you're going to have a card somewhere above this video, so be sure to click on that if you would like to see the live stream in action. So I've already pre-cut some paper, and I've also used my Cricut to get some shapes. I've gone ahead and kind of traced out my crown, and I've created some backings for that. Here I'm just sharing with you some of the pieces that I cut out from the using the machine, which I won't be using all of them. I just pretty much was talking different things during that live stream about the Cricut machine and just all the possibilities, so on and so forth. So again, if you want to hear more of everything else that I have to say and have some laughs along the way, then by all means check that out. So I'm going to be creating a butterfly with some of the pieces, and that's more or less what I'm discussing here. Just something that I thought would be really cute, and I found some metallic kind of cardstock that I got from Dollar Tree. So definitely you guys check out your Dollar Trees. They have a lot of awesome things that you can get for cheap, and it cut out beautifully, so I was super excited. So the first thing I'm going to do here is kind of work on my crown, and I'm going to cover that up. And I've got 2 pattern papers. I've got one with polka dots. It's black paper with white polka dots, and the other one that I have here, it's got like these little kind of like cherry blossoms, but it's like a negative, almost like it's kind of grayed out, but super pretty. I'm not really quite sure what kind of flower that is. I think it's a cherry blossom, but I'm not 100% sure. So pretty much I'm going to glue this down, and I'm going to be adhering this to the backing of the word beautiful. Here I'm just kind of discussing the different cartridges that I have, so hopefully that's not too much of a bother. Just discussing more or less where I got my pieces from, and just talking about those kinds of things. And so hopefully somewhere along here I'll be getting to what I need to do, which is to decorate the rest of the project. So I guess I'm going to be adding some kind of lace to this, and this happened a little bit ago already. It's been a couple days since I did this, so my mind is a little foggy when it comes to the actual things that I did during this specific live. I was live yet again after that, so don't mind me. Like I said, I definitely recommend you going to the live stream so that you can get the full effect of what I'm kind of going through. Now, if you haven't watched any of my other parts as far as the sped up versions, or have been part of my live stream, I did say that I was going to be giving this away. So in order to win this album, you had to be an active part of the live stream, and by active I mean you had to be commenting, and I have to be able to see your comments and just your interaction during that chat stream. I will be going back to that chat stream in order to give people who were there and who were commenting from more or less from the beginning, at least for most of the video, most of the time that I was live. You had to at least be active a good at least 60% to 70% of the time that I was there, and you can more or less tell by looking at the chat logs. So that's an awesome thing. For all of those that were there, thank you so much, first of all. Secondly, I just want to let you guys know that everybody that was there is going to get an entry for each one of the live streams that they were actively participating on. I'm going to give you guys an extra entry for that. For those of you that were actively participating in those in those chats, you're gonna get a point for that. And if you came to the sped up versions of this whole process, then you're also gonna get an entry for that, for watching all 3 of the videos and answering the question that I will be asking throughout this video. I will be giving you guys a question to answer that you must comment down below in order to qualify, and only valid communication is going to be put into the drawing. And so you have the chance of winning, having up to 4 points. And I'm sorry I'm getting tongue tied, but I just did the voiceover for part 2 and now I'm on part 3, so so more or less I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to be giving you guys an extra points for watching all 3 of the sped up versions, and you're going to get points for each one of the lives because you were a part of the lives. Now, most of you guys know that I do tend to give away things when I go live. I do tend to create things and give them away because I just can't, I can't hoard all of the things that I create. A lot of the things I do send out to my friends and I do give away to my family, but every now and then I also like to give you guys a little something extra, something that was made by me, because I think that, it's like they say, something handmade always has a little bit more value than something store-bought. So for the most part, I definitely like to, just do that and say thank you. Thank you for the support, and just thank you for being here, being a part of everything that I'm doing. So I don't want to hold you guys up too much with that, but I will have the information in the description area down below. Plus, if I'm missing anything, part 2 of the speed through will definitely have all the information as far as points and everything else, so definitely go and check that out. And so moving forward, so now I'm going to be decorating the spine. I've already decorated the inside of my book by now. I've added my polka dotted paper to the inside covers. Now I have to more or less cover up the spine, which I didn't do in the second part, so that's what I'm going to be doing now. And I'm kind of gluing that on, and I think that I inked up all the edges just so that I don't have none of that white cardstock kind of showing through, and everything looks nice and cute. And all the paper that I use for this is all from the same paper pad, and that paper packet is kind of eclectic. It's got a little bit of this and a little bit of that, but it all kind of works together. So now I believe I'm going to be working on my butterflies, and what I'm going to be doing is kind of gluing the backings to them. I'm going to be matting the butterflies, and again I used a silver cardstock to create them. So I'm just going to glue all of them. I think I'm going to glue like 3 or 4 of them, I'm not sure, 3 or 4 sets, and then I'm going to be turning them into butterflies, and then you're going to see how I'm going to incorporate those butterflies into the album coming up. I think it came out really, really cute, and hopefully whoever ends up winning it loves it. And so yes, you guys, so more or less I think what I would like to know more or less out of all of this stuff, all of the different processes that you've seen, is number one, what was your favorite part of the process? Like, what is your favorite part of the process? I know that I asked a similar question to that on the first part, but now that you've seen the entire thing in its completion, you've seen part 1, part 2, and part 3, what is your favorite part or parts of this process? Okay, and I did ask a different question for a video too, so just make sure that you go and you check that out. So what is your favorite part of all of these different processes? And question number 2 is, would you like to see more paper crafting type projects? And any suggestions? Any suggestions on things that you would like to see? And what I mean by that, let's make it a little bit interesting. What I mean by that, is there a project that you've seen out there that you would like to challenge me to alter or change somehow? I think that that'll be super interesting to do. So what projects have you seen in YouTube world that you think, let's see if Carmen can take this idea and turn it into something different? And what I'll do is that I'll select a few of those, and I will do future giveaways with those things that I create. So I am all curious now to see what you guys are going to suggest, because there are so many wonderful crafters, there are so many wonderful ideas. So yes, I'm up for the challenge. So let's see what you guys come up with. So pretty much what I did is I used some tulle to kind of create the body, right, and the antenna, if you will, for the butterfly. And I asked the people that were there for some suggestions of what I should do, and as always, they never fail me, and they always have such great suggestions. And I love hearing what you guys, what you guys recommend. And that's what I love mostly about going live, is that I feel like I'm crafting with you guys. I feel like we're all in a room and we're crafting together, just because your input is very, very valuable to me. And I just love for you guys to feel like, hey, I helped her make that. I just think that's super cool. So pretty much making the butterflies, and what I did is previously, because I probably didn't talk about it, is that I used the shape that I cut out, which was like the scalloped kind of rectangle, and I cut that in half because I'm going to be making kind of like a pocket that you can slide in additional photos or a letter, memorabilia, whatever you would like. You can use those little pockets on the side to just tuck away different things, and these butterflies are going to be kind of the embellishment for that. So I thought that was super cute and a very nice kind of idea for that. And now I'm just kind of trying to figure out what am I going to add onto these butterflies themselves. At first I thought maybe these little Tim Holtz roses, but I opted for some flat back pearls just because I had a lot of pearls going on throughout the theme, and I just thought that it would just kind of tie it all together. So that's kind of what I went for. I went for some little flat backs, and I will go back into it and kind of glue it down better, because we can't rely on that little sticky thing. We can't rely on that, you guys. It'll fall right off, either in shipping or the minute that you put it on your shelf, the next thing you know, it'll be right on the table. So kind of distressing the scalloped edges, and I'm going to try to ink it up a little bit. Yep, I ink up mostly everything that I do. So sometimes I like the fiber, sometimes I don't like the fiber when it shows. So that's more or less what I did with that. And so I'm going to be gluing this on just by gluing the two sides and the bottom, and making sure that I leave that kind of open. And I'm going to stick that on, and I just think it looks super, super cute, and I love the way that the crown came out. And like I said, I really love how this album came out. This is definitely like a labor of love, you guys. I can do it all in one sitting, but because I wanted to share with you guys how the process was, I kind of broke it down. So you can definitely get this done, like especially if you have some of the stuff already handmade, like you already have your envelopes and you already have some of the things handy, then the assembly itself won't take you that much time. You'll be there for a couple hours, I won't lie to you, but it won't take you too long. And it's really easy. I know it looks probably like a lot to do, but it's not that bad. It's not that bad, you guys. Honestly, it's really not that bad. And so here I am kind of gluing them down, and I love it. I love it. I love it. I hope that you guys love it too. Granted, I love my Shabby Chic one probably a little bit more than I love this one. So even though it'll be sad to see it go, I won't feel too bad about it, because I know that you guys are going to get a piece that I definitely worked hard on, and that I enjoyed working on, and that I love. I love the results. I love how it looks. So hopefully you guys love it too. And I cannot wait to see, who ends up winning it. And I would definitely love to see if you guys, end up recreating something like this. I think this is super cool. And this, I got a comment from one of my subscribers, and she was like, yeah, this is like really cool. You can add this to like journals. You can do all different kinds of stuff with this. And I thought that was super cool. And I'm actually going to start trying to figure out how I can go ahead and add the comments. I'm going to start trying to, share your comments in my videos themselves. I've seen a lot of YouTubers do that, and I am going to figure out how I can go ahead and share your comments on the screen itself, so that when you guys are watching my videos, you see your comments kind of flash through there. I think that'll be super cool, and that'll be another way for me to say thank you so much for taking the time to comment. And I know sometimes I'm not the quickest to respond, because I do have a super active life, but I want to thank you so much for commenting, and I will get to it. I do get to it eventually. But thank you so much. And yes, I'm definitely going to be figuring out exactly how I'm going to do that. But I am going to do it. I promise you. I am going to do it. And so, we're about towards the end of this. And now what I'm going to share with you guys is more or less how I created the closures. Super simple, you guys. I cut some strips of tool, and I am going to pretty much use some paper clips and just tie some paper clips towards the end. That was Sazon and Crafts hands there. If you guys haven't subscribed to his channel, then please do so. He does all different kinds of like journaling and art journaling and vintage type, you know, work. Super awesome. So definitely go and show him some love. It's Sazon with a Z and Crafts. Okay, check that out. And so pretty much I tied off my tool, and I'm just gonna tie them and create kind of like a ribbon and kind of tie them together. Not a ribbon, but a bow. Excuse me. And it's probably easier to do the bow tying without the clips being attached to the book itself. But as you can see, it kind of holds them close. It does a really good job. Super easy closure. Very affordable as well. So I want to say thank you all so much for hanging out with me. Hopefully you will go and check out the full versions, the live streams, and get some inspiration. I'm coughing too much, you guys, so I will let you go, and I will catch you guys on the next one. I look forward to reading you guys' comments, and have an awesome rest of the week, and good luck everybody. Bye.